Smok'n Jay's Garage.
We are here at the range once again. As promised, we are with our Highpoint and the petite lady who is going to shoot it with us. I'm going to take a couple shots with it. She's going to take a couple shots with it. We're going to see how it shoots, and we're going to get her opinion on it. 380 is a little bit smaller than a 9mm, so we're going to see what she thinks of it and then what I think of it. First thing that I want to tell you, when I did my original video on this, I told you that the slide does not lock to the rear, and I was mistaken about that. Obviously, it is locked to the rear because I had an empty magazine in it. Now it does not lock to the rear. However, if you take your safety and you slide your safety up onto safe as the slide is to the rear, it will hold it. Okay? So there is a slide lock on it. I was wrong about that. So that just doubled the value of this gun. All right, let's give this a shot. We're going to shoot it. Let's try it with the laser because I'm probably not that good, okay? I don't like necessarily how this magazine wiggles, and I really feel that for the width of this gun, we totally could have had a double stack magazine in there, not a single, but that's just my opinion. There's one magazine. It's not jammed, it works. I was pretty off on that one. I was way over to the right. So I am shooting at the bottom of the bullseye and slightly to the right. But I have a somewhat consistent group, so that is probably not the gun. That is probably me, because the gun seems to be shooting fairly consistent. But we're at a relatively close range as well. So I am going to load this up here for the petite lady, and she's going to tell us what she thinks. And you did not want the laser on, is that correct?
Correct.
All right, so we are going to shut the laser off. You are going to load it up. It is already on fire. You're going to load it in. You're going to pull it to the rear and let it slam.
How come we have to pull it back? There's not like a binder.
Because this is a cheap gun.
Okay.
It doesn't have those fancy things.
So put this in and rack it back. Is that what you're saying?
Put it in.
Rack it.
There you go.
Right?
And it is ready to fire.
How many bullets are in here?
There's 4 in there.
Oh, this is a little bit heavier than I thought it was going to be.
It is very heavy. I had mentioned before. Well, go ahead and shoot. I'll yak later.
Okay. Oh god, hang on. This trigger is a little bit different than what I'm used to. One more, or is that it?
It should have locked to the rear. Maybe there's one more.
Okay, let's find out. Nope.
There wasn't. Okay, so maybe it doesn't always lock to the rear. Well, what do you expect for $170? So what did you think of it?
That's all it was?
It was $170.
A lot heavier than what I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
And I think that it's very wide, fat. That's how I feel about it. It wasn't my favorite gun to shoot.
But it was not your least favorite.
It's not my least favorite, but I'm not like
so
super,
we're somewhere.
not super educated on guns though, and I haven't shot too many, so I don't know. I do like this. Like I like the way that this goes in and kind of sticks out versus this. But that's just my preference, like when holding it. But I think like overall, it's not my favorite gun to shoot because I just feel like it's a little bit heavy for me. But there wasn't a lot of like recoil, which is a big thing for me. So that's kind of what I thought about it.
And you think it's really pretty?
No. I don't like, the wood grain that you like as much.
Literally the only pretty thing about this gun is the wood grain. Highpoints are known far and wide for being ugly, except this one has beautiful fake wood grain, and that's the one thing she doesn't like about it.
I don't like that. No.
All right, so it is definitely heavy. I mentioned that it might balance out better once we had a loaded magazine in it, and it really didn't. It was still pretty top heavy.
Yeah.
That was my opinion anyway.
Yeah.
You thought the same thing.
100%. Mm-hmm.
So very heavy, not a lot of recoil, but a 380, so we didn't anticipate a lot of recoil. That weight probably helped to keep it down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, would you pay more than $170 for it? I probably wouldn't either. But this is my lifelong gun that I've always wanted a Highpoint. Now I can say I have one. I can stick it in my safety deposit box and forget about it. And I'm only out $170.
Oh my
That's what they do in the movies.
Oh, stop.
When the world ends, I'm going to go to the bank and be like, hey, I still got something. Hey, if you're watching this channel for the first time and you haven't already, and you want to, please subscribe.